Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Tones at Home. So the last episode I was looking at acoustic tones again, just because I'd had a couple guitars refretted and was just loving playing the acoustics. I thought today I'd do as I'd promised and get the other amp out here and the aux box and get it set up. So 2 amps today in the house. My Lodestar Classic, it's the 100 watt version, it's a 1x12. And I've got the aux box capturing the tones from that, and my trusty Laney LC30Mk1 with my 2 notes Captor X capturing the tones from that. No mics today, except for I do have the shotgun mic at the back of the room, as I usually do. Who doesn't love the sound of 2 amps? Does it sound better? In the room it was sounding pretty good, and I hope you agree. The playing clips also kind of reflect that. 2 amps in the room. Yeah, does it sound better? It's definitely not worse, and the 2 amps together definitely don't suck. They're two quite different. The Laney is sort of a British sounding amp, I guess, although the clean channel, which I mostly use, being non-master volume, it's quite clean and it's quite, dare I say, Fender-ish, but it does have noticeable mid-hump, whereas the Lodestar, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's basically Fender Twin with more manners and just a little bit more refined. So definitely a great pairing, loving the sounds of it. I've got a whole bunch of different sound clips that I'll splice in and out of this video. Clean. Some dirt. The only thing I forgot. The only thing I forgot was fuzz. The pedal board has got a few tasty little pedals on it. I've got the King Tone Duelist. I've got a Ossur right. Some tremolo, and that's post-split to the amps, so that when I kicked it on was only being heard through the Laney. The Lodestar was still pre-split. Yeah, the Lodestar wasn't seeing any of the tremolo. This is just quick setup, because one thing I'll have to say that in setting 2 amps up, it's quite a bit of faff, especially in this space where I don't have them always set up. I usually have Lodestar out another space in the house that I can sit down with, and the Laney here by the computer, so I can just plug in and record. Purposely excluded mics, just because I didn't have a second one to hand to put on the Lone Star. Yeah, going forward, is it worth the setup? And I'd probably say not really. Is it a better sound? Absolutely. Are there any benefits in having the two? I'm going to try and hard pan the 2 amps, so left and right, whichever way that will be, I'll probably show on screen once I've done some of the editing. But do I see the value in it all the time? Especially when I can't have a second amp out here all the time. Watch this space. I mean, this is my little space for recording guitar tones. So yeah, this is just a quick one. Nothing too in depth. Hopefully got some ideas to come for future episodes. Have a quick squiz at aux versus 2 notes. I'm sure it's probably been done, but for the sake of my little space, I'm going to have a look at it. So if you want to join in on my journey with that, stay tuned for another episode. When I get some more mics to hand, maybe no aux or 2 notes and just have mics. Just quickly, want to apologize for the rambling. This was, like I said, just a quick sit down and shoot. Hopefully there's some decent clips in there for us to have a listen to. I'm looking forward to hearing the sounds back. But yeah, just wanted to quickly cut in and just to say, yep, it's a rambling one, but follow me on the journey and stay with me. We'll have some great sounds at the end of it all. To date, there's been no post-production done on any of the sounds. The sounds coming out of the aux and out of the 2 notes are pretty polished. Yeah, apologies for any background noise. It appears everyone's chosen today to mow their lawns. So hopefully the shotgun mic hasn't picked up too much of that. If it does, I'll reduce its level and mostly we'll hear the sounds from the aux and the 2 notes. I'll splice in some more sound clips. When I started doing this, I was trying to get this space set up so I could reconnect with playing guitar. I've got to say, a couple of weeks have gone by since I've made an episode. I don't know, I think maybe I've got a little distracted by all the gear. It's been fun setting up a recording space and I'm enjoying getting some sounds captured. But am I any closer to being reconnected with the instrument? If picking it up and playing it is reconnecting with the instrument, then sure. But I think now, after having the guitar in my hands a little bit more often, realizing that actually reconnecting with the instrument is pointing me towards some lessons. But that's a whole nother discussion for another day. 2 guitar amps, do they sound better? Absolutely. Is it worth the setup? Remains to be seen. Anyway guys, thanks for tuning in. I'm Chris. So stay tuned for another episode and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.